All right, well, MoDOT has been prepping and treating roads and having a fleet of plows at the ready. We want to take you live now to their headquarters where they are talking about their
We're going
plan
to have
for
people out
today's weather.
treating roads throughout the day and continuously until it's completed. Some of the things that are difficult, though, with the rain washing chemicals off the road, there will be places that get slick at times. It's just impossible to avoid that with so much moisture coming down and traffic. I encourage my family to stay home. I filled up my gas tank on the way in. I hope that everyone that has to get out thinks about what they're doing, throws some extra clothes in, and is prepared to be in the cold. Are there any questions at this time?
Kind of talk about, again, the timeline of everything, when you really expect it to hit the metro area?
Sure. Right now at 9 o'clock, we're already receiving reports west of here that the freezing rain is occurring. We're getting some Twitter pictures in Quincy, Illinois, with glazing over some sidewalks and windows. So we're expecting that to move into the St. Louis metro between noon and 3, and then continue on through the evening and overnight. And as it winds down, it'll be all rain. We expect less freezing rain when even warmer temperatures occur overnight.
Talk about your salt supplies, the number of trucks out, the salt supply compared to this time last year, higher or lower?
Right now we have 93% of our capacity filled, so we've used very little salt at this time. We have no concerns in that aspect. All our trucks are on the road. We have over 200 in our fleet. You really won't see tow plows out in this event because tow plows are something you use to clear snow off the road. This is more of a treating event. We'll be using chemicals to treat the road to make sure it's safe for the traveling public.
Any warnings for the public right now? Just go over the...
It kind of goes back to, Sally mentioned it only takes 1/100 of an inch of ice and we see 1/10 coming in. There's so many different pavement conditions, whether it's asphalt and soaks up some sun or concrete, or it's hard to predict what you're going to come across, and conditions can change quickly. So you need to go slow if you have to be out. If you don't have to be out, just stay home tonight and we'll have everything ready for you in the morning.
So you do think everything will be fine by the morning?
I think that if you watch the news in the morning, you'll know where the conditions are, and I expect it to be in good condition in the morning.
Do have to drive today, is there any recommendations if they run across these trucks that are treating the roads, what to do when they see them?
The trucks are big and it's hard to see. If you get close to them, they're not going to be able to see you, and the chemicals bounce out of the back of the truck. Please give them room, stay back, take your time. I would rather be behind them to know that the road's been treated instead of trying to zoom around them and get in front of them. So just give our guys time to work, and girls. So you can always check the condition of the roadways on our traveler information map at www.modot.org. We keep that map up to date. The people on the floor right behind me update that map. They're in communication with the truck drivers and the public that call in to let us know what the roads look like. We use traffic cameras and everything we can to see what's going on. That is your best source to see where problem areas are and what's going on in the region.
Obviously, interstates are your priority, but are you guys going to be going on those secondary, more residential streets as well today?
We always start with the high volume areas, so interstates and major roads are the starting point. 200 trucks with 7,000 lane miles, you can't be everywhere at once. So it takes some time to get around, and that's where we're going to run into some challenges where you have enough moisture coming down to wash treatment off the roadway. So absolutely, we start with interstates.
Talk about your staffing levels. Is this an all hands on deck type thing?
This is the first time we've had all hands on deck because we've had several short duration storms that were all in a 12-hour shift. So this is moving beyond a 12-hour shift to where we have full day crews, full night crews, and right now we have people on call to be in the morning, ready to come in. I hope we don't need them, but we'll see what Mother Nature gives us.
So they are working 12-hour shifts right now?
Yes.
So crews are ready and prepared for what you expect?
They're ready and prepared, absolutely.
Are they out right now?
There are
When did the 12-hour shifts start?
over half the crews were in at 7 a.m. The rest were joining them at 10 o'clock this morning. When we left Friday, everybody was going to come in at 7, and it turned into more of maybe some snow, maybe a little delay with the freezing rain. The freezing rain is more like noon or 2 o'clock, so we're on the road and ready for whatever comes our way.
And going into this evening, the refreezing of what you guys, well, of the rain, I guess. How are you guys combating that? I think Grant might have touched on that. But
It really comes down to you have to have a truck go by and put chemicals on it. We've got as much chemical as you can on the roadway. You know, with the ground being frozen, a little bit of sunshine, if it comes down as water, it'll melt as a glaze. If it freezes a little bit before it hits, it might have a little bit of grip, but either way, ice is ice. It's tough to drive on. So, you know, we'll be throwing chemicals down to melt what we see, but you need to take your time and not get out tonight if you don't have to.
And that was Mark Crokin. He is MoDOT's assistant district engineer, saying, giving us an update on what to expect. He says all trucks are on the road, treating all the roads, and he says give crews the space and the time that they need to do their jobs. And we will have an update from Daniel Wynn. He is at MoDOT headquarters. We'll get a live report from him in our next half hour. We also want to give you a heads up on IDOT's preps. It has been, they say that IDOT has its drivers on call this weekend, and they say their trucks are ready to go. We talked with the spokesperson this morning who says they will have crews out in 2 shifts ready to deal with any precip, especially in the early hours of tomorrow morning.